Thank you. That concludes the business of council with the exception of the mayor's report. And again, Mayor Johnson is out of the city, so on behalf of Mayor Johnson, I would like to make the following three proclamations. First, by virtue and authority vested in me as the Mayor of Thompson, I hereby proclaim the month of October 2012 as Seniors and Elders Month in the City of Thompson. Secondly, by virtue and authority vested in me as Mayor of Thompson, I hereby proclaim the month of October 2012 as Breast Cancer Awareness Month in the City of Thompson. And the third and final proclamation is, whereas the current worldwide generation of young people is the largest in human history, with nearly half the world's population, more than 3 billion people under the age of 25, of which approximately 51% or 1.51 billion are female. And whereas 60% of the girls say that they experience stereotypes that limit their rights to be themselves, 52% of girls say that they experience stereotypes that limit their right to express themselves with originality and enthusiasm, more than a third, 37% of girls feel constrained by these stereotypes, saying they don't like them. And whereas gender equality is a fundamental right for all people as well as cornerstone of global development, as research shows that investing in girls can create a ripple effect and not only improves the lives of the girls, but also benefits the economic growth and health and well-being of the communities. And whereas the United Nations has declared October 11th, 2012 as the first International Day of the Girl Child, and Canada has led the international community in adopting it this day. Now, therefore, I, Mayor Tim Johnson of the City of Thompson, Manitoba, do hereby proclaim October 11th, 2012 as Day of the Girl in Thompson, Manitoba, and urge all citizens to support and participate in the programs and events to improve the lives of girls everywhere. And that's declared by Mayor Tim Johnson. Thank you. One other item that I have is that the upcoming Speak Up Thompson opportunities, again, this is where the general public have a chance to meet with council and administration from 7 till 9 on October 3rd at Ecole Riverside School, and on October 17th at Burntwood School, same time, 7 to 9. And basically the theme of the evening are three questions, and they are, what are your ideas to make Thompson and your neighborhood a better place to live? What initiatives should the City of Thompson prioritize this year? And in your view, which of the City of Thompson program services are most successful? What would you like the City of Thompson to do more of? And these cards will be available at the meeting itself. They've also been circulated to various locations around the community. So we would encourage everyone to attend again on October 3rd at Ecole Riverside School, 7 p.m., and Burntwood School, October 17th at 7 p.m. Mr. Septelli.
The public also has an opportunity, if they are not able to attend those two sessions of Speak Up Thompson, is to sort of have their comments submitted electronically on the web. There's a survey that asks those questions.
And also within the Mayor's report, I would ask if there's any other councillors that have anything to report on behalf of Mayor Johnson's behalf. Councillor Hogan.
Thank you. On September 19th and 20th, I participated in a symposium on policing in northern and remote Canada. The symposium was to establish a national research agenda on policing in northern and remote Canada. And I just wanted to bring to the attention of council that one of the interesting topics of discussion at that symposium was to develop a research agenda based on indicators of crime, recognizing that especially in northern and remote Canada, that we face a lot of different behaviors when it comes to community safety than opposed to urban community centers, and recognizing that first and new Canadians are growing at a rate that's 6 and 4 times faster than your average or your traditional European Canadian, and that those are also our fastest growing prison populations, that the economics of policing just can't sustain that growth. And so we really need to look at slowing down inputs. And so I think that we, being a northern city, can look forward to outcomes of that of that agenda in terms of supporting the commitment of government to put resources towards indicators of crime and looking at things such as addictions and domestic violence and mental health issues, pretty much looking at the factors that lead to crime and nipping in the bud before it can start. On September 27th, I brought greetings on behalf of Mayor and Council to the annual Take Back the Night event, which is a march in support of taking a stand against violence against women, and especially sexualized violence against women. This event was run by the Thompson Crisis Center, and I would like to thank Mary DeMar from the Thompson Crisis Center for organizing the event and making sure that it's an annual event in the city of Thompson.
Any others? Councilor Fernier?
Thank you. I have a couple events to report on. Well, the first one, I just wanted to acknowledge the Grandmothers Walk Protecting Our Children that they did. I didn't attend, but I do want to acknowledge that they do their annual walk, and it's always good to see their energy go towards that. I had the opportunity to attend the Truth and Reconciliation.
Jesus.
Thanks, Will. He's a good. I attended the Truth and Reconciliation Commission that was held at the River Lodge, and I would just encourage all Canadians, and specifically people from Thompson, to, since they didn't get the opportunity to attend, to go on. It's something that's been that happened in our country for 130 years, and I had the opportunity for a day and a half to listen to people who shop and live in Thompson, who go to school in Thompson, who are leaders in our region, who speak about their experiences living in a residential school and the experiences of their parents. And I just think, and especially by some of the comments that are online right now, that I've been told that there's a real ignorance and misunderstanding about what happened with residential schools and when they actually took place. So I would just encourage people, when you're surfing the web, to take a look at the Truth and Reconciliation Commission and think about your truths and about how, as Canadians, we can reconcile some of the harms that were done in our own backyard. And that doesn't always mean money. Sometimes that means a shift in attitudes and in understanding. And I just want to acknowledge that Commissioner Wilson was here with us, and she was a phenomenal woman when she wrapped up the comments of the survivors and just sharing from her perspective. So just want to pay tribute to the Kuwait Tribal Council, who had 2.5 weeks to pull off that event, and to all the people who took the time out of their day to listen to the stories, and more importantly to the people who lived them and were brave enough to share those stories publicly, or who were ready to share those stories publicly. So I just want to acknowledge that. And I also had the opportunity to attend the Crisis Center and give greetings and do a keynote. But I guess to the residents of Thompson, for them to know that domestic violence is a priority with respect to public safety. It's one of the priorities that the Public Safety Committee works at, and I think as a community we understand the harms of domestic violence, and we're doing our bit to try and address that, and including supporting the Crisis Center for all the good work in supporting families who are going through that experience. So thank you.
Thank you. Any other information? I look for a motion to adjourn. Councilor Evanson, Councilor Robinson, all those in favor? Carried. We stand adjourned.